I was very private for a long time. What changed was just that I wanted to share a little more. It's more about the hobby and the people in the hobby and the cars than just about me. You know, there's guys that are 2002 guys, there's guys that are E30 M3 people, there's guys that focus on a certain model. My name is Rey Rivera and I own the Rey Speed Shop. Started the shop because I was having different people work on my cars and it was getting really expensive, and I thought, God, I got so many cars to work on all the time. And I thought, you know, let's just open my own shop and just work on my own stuff and kind of keep it in-house. And we try to stay low-key. We don't work on cars for people on the outside. We've got plenty of work with the cars that I have, so keeps the guys occupied. I think it's got to be cool. I mean, I try to make, for me, you know, again, it's my personal taste. And then also my guys, like I'll always ask my shop guy, hey, what do you think? You know, how do you think those wheels look good on there? Or what size tire? Or, you know, we're going to do a build. And they've got some say too, because it's not fun to build something you don't want to build, right? So it's kind of a team effort, and that's kind of the thrust of the shop. It's crazy because for me, I have a hard time not modifying a car, you know, because I just really enjoy doing that. So basically maintaining the cars, but we're always building something in here. With the BMW brand, they're like Legos. You know, you can move a motor from one car to another, six-cylinder to six-cylinder car, and they've got many different variations that you could go into. It makes it really fun for me to stick with BMW as a brand and all the interaction relative to the pieces that go from one car to another. A lot of the parts that I have, the spare parts and things, I got a bunch of that stuff. I've purchased so many cars over the years, and I always ask the question to the seller, do you have anything that goes with the car? And they go, oh, you want all that stuff? I go, yeah, throw it in the trunk. And I end up with this mountain of spare parts and engines and all these things. And then sometimes people want to sell stuff that they have. Then I want to kind of find the rare stuff, you know, like limited slip side loader diffs and things like that. It's a multi-year process when you're rebuilding an older car. And sometimes the parts are not available. So you're trying to find that one right part. And that's the treasure hunt. That's part of the fun of the hobby. For Monterey this year, I'm taking a Golf E12 M30i MLE clone. I'm taking my 1988 E30 M3, and I'm taking my 1967 2000 CS. It's a really nice car. It's a 67. It's pretty much a bone stock car, except I had to do my thing. I can't leave them alone. You know, I put Alpina Barani wire wheels on them and an Alpina steering wheel, but other than that, it's a bone stock car. And then I'm taking my E30 M3 for Radwood. Since I have so many 80s cars, I go, gosh, I gotta participate in that. And then I'm taking the Golf yellow E12 530i MLE tribute car, which I'll drive up there. The way I like to do and the way I want my car to look, it's gotta look right for me, you know, so the engine bay has to be clean and organized. And I like to have kind of a factory look to it, which I think we're able to achieve on that car. There's an old saying, you can get to 97% of the build, it's the last 3% that's the hardest. And to complete it and finish it, and so it's driving reliable and all that, it really is an effort. And I'm proud of the guys for what they did on the car, because it just came out fantastic. It was originally that color from the factory. That was ordered that color, which is crazy, because you think about a four-door back then, why would somebody order a four-door yellow like that? For me to do it to the level that we want to do it, might as well repaint it and do it all the right way. So we repainted it, glazured it, paint code Golf. So it's the original color, original paint code, original style paint. It's single stage paint. I think it came out great. I put a 1991 E34 M5 motor in it. It's got a 265 dogleg Getrag gearbox in it with a 364 limited slip differential. And then what we did on the car for the brakes, we upgraded the brakes to fully vented Series 1 E24 M635i brakes. A lot of times I'll have tires on the car, like track tires on a car, and then I'll say, well, now they're loud on the road. But I like to put Michelin on my cars because it's a great handling tire, it's a well-built tire. I know they're reliable, and they tend to be better for the car. They're quiet, they behave differently than a lot of other tire brands that I put on the cars. And then for interior, I put Period Shield buckets in it. We upholstered it all to match. And then Period Motorsport steering wheel for E12, which is what they had on the MLE cars. And then I put an E30 M3 DTM shifter in it. I like the BMW like 1982 323i tachometer, which kind of has a different look to it. We put that in there. And then I took the higher speed speedometer out of the M635 CSI. And the dash always had these fasten seatbelt lights on there. And Jason came up with the idea. He says, hey, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of that ugly fasten seatbelt and replace it with the same looking little panel, but instead it'll be the shift light. So when it hits the point of shifting, the buzzer will go off and a red light comes on. It tells you when to shift. And then the Period wheels, it took me a while to find those Period deep dish BBS Molly wheels from 1974 for the car. And then we did all the things that you do when you rebuild a car. We changed all the fasteners, everything's new on the car. We build this whole car. We changed the motor, we changed every major component on the car. And then it has to be reliable. If I'm gonna drive it to Monterey, that's a 5-hour drive, it's gotta be something that's not gonna break. So we try to get them done ahead of time so we can drive them around and get through any situations that might come up that need fixing. It's not so much keeping your fingers crossed the whole way, but it's always in the back of your mind like, did we miss anything, you know? We have a pretty good checklist, but sometimes little things, you know? That's kind of some of the most fun part of it is when you start sharing the work, you know, that the team did. I display them to share. If someone doesn't like it, it doesn't bother me. And if somebody likes it, that's great. I'm not there to try to get somebody to say, hey, my cars are great. I don't need that. But I do it because it's fun, you know. My friends are going to be there and they're bringing their stuff. And we hope that we're a little different than what other people might do because I want to have my individuality in the car. Well, my wife and I always go up and we always have friends we meet up there. And we'll have dinners and there's different events, like we'll be at the Legends show. And then we go to the Rolex Laguna Seca over the weekend and there's a corral there for BMWs. And this year it's E12, the car that we built. And then just one function after the other. It's fun, but you're super busy because there's so much to do. You can never see everything. Working on cars is a wonderful distraction from your day-to-day life because when you're working on your car and you want to do the right thing to it, you know, you're not thinking of everything else. You're not stressed out about the bills you got to pay or somebody's arguing with you or you're stressed out about something. I can throw myself into the car, and when you're focused on really how it all comes together, I mean, there's nothing else you need to be thinking about. So for me, it's a release that way.